spirit should be influenced by our husband. You know what I'm saying? And that, the same influence is supposed to go.
We up? We up.
Con, we're good.
So,
Fences. Fences.
I'm gonna check right now.
Yeah, open it
It
again.
just came up.
Okay, it just came out now.
Hold
We're
on.
good now.
We live. We can hear it.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the Great Millstone, the Gary, Indiana branch. Before we open up, I'd like to give all glory, all praises, honor to.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do well. And peace and salutation, as always, to the hopeful elect and the sincere believers that's out there establishing this word. All right, without further ado, we're going to open up with Isaiah 59 to 19. You know, to prophesy, once again, we out here to prophesy the downfall, you know, of this wicked kingdom, Babylon, as well as gather the elect.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, chapter 59, verse 19. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him."
So when the Lord said, well, when the enemy come in like a flood, that flood represents what? Destruction. Because we know on the left hand, the sword of the Lord is Esau. And we see in legislations come into play, pretty much he's finna target the truth. You know, they got all these different laws, you know, set up, these unrighteous decrees to come after those who speak truth, man. And there's a great persecution that's gonna come, but hey, we always prophesy that. Although, yes, someone's gonna be martyrs, but hey, the Lord also promised, you know, the miracles, man, the mighty works, you know. And we gotta believe in that, you know. What's that? What that song?
Yeah, this is Psalms chapter 18, verse 4. It says, the sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid.
And that's what's gonna come in these times that we already. You know, the Lord called this place the valley of the shadow of death. We're surrounded by death. And the Lord helps sustain us, you know, to this moment, how much more in the times to come, man. You know we don't have no military might. We don't have no power in our hand. We can't trust in the sword. Not to say there's nothing wrong with owning a firearm or nothing, but we understand that that ain't gonna get us out of here.
Yep, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, right? Spiritual, they're spiritual.
Now pulling down the strongholds. Matter of fact. Salakia, yeah, Salakia, you can, y'all
Yeah.
could have, you keep on going.
This Psalms chapter 18, verse 5. It says, the sorrows of hell compassed me about. The snares of death prevented me. Yep. In my distress, I called upon the Lord Yahweh and cried unto my power. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears.
And that's what the elect in the times to come, which we already crying on to the Lord with sign and crying. You know, but as Esau makes his move, the Lord gonna make his move, man. And we gotta trust and believe in our rock, man, which is Yahweh Shai.
Appreciate it.
Just like, you know, the Lord, you know, deliver us in times past, you know, how much more in these times, man. You know?
Yeah, this is
I had a quick one, if I may.
Me too.
Psalms 50 and 15, to back up the brother Uriah says, "And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me."
And that's the Lord. He's gonna have to put us in situations so he can show his power. And he already doing that on a I wouldn't even say a small level. He's doing that, within our personal walk. Put us in situations where we're forced to call upon him and seek him, and the Lord has shown us that he's with us.
Just like he said, my name should be like a strong tower. You call out to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, any sign of trouble, you know, and the Lord gonna have you, man. You know,
Okay, that's right.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Gotta finish that out. Whenever y'all done. It's like a little story in Kings. Starting at 15 and the point is at 18. It's 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 15.
And when the servant of the man of Yahweh was risen early and gone forth, behold, and hosts compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they be with us more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes, that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. And I only bring that out to say, man, there be more of us than there are of our enemies, because the Lord is in control of our enemies, man. So don't fear when this devil come down having great wrath.
I got you.
That Revelation. Yep. So when he come down having great wrath, don't fear, because just like in the ancient world, man, our enemies rose up against us, and what happened? The Lord had chariots around about, and he prayed that the young man could see him so he can increase his faith.
I got a precept.
You know,
Precept.
Scripture says the Lord's angels encamp about them, man. You know,
Those who fear him.
those that fear him.
This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have a short time, but a short time.
Right, man. Yeah,
He's going to come down with great wrath upon the people. And those who most majority be affected by that is the 2/3 and the rest of the nations, man. Although some of the elect is going to get caught up, just, whatever lot the Lord got, out for the whole elect. But even within that, the Lord's going to be protecting them, shielding them from things, man. Whereas, the people that made covenant with death, they're going to be, the Esau going to come down and fuck them up, man. Right along with the rest of the plagues,
Yep.
That's right. To that word short time, it goes into like seasons.
That's right.
So I got a precept too. Back up what he was talking about, like the 2/3. Because this is our Revelation chapter, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. He said, Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
And I think it's been many times where the different Israelites would go to heathens for counsel, man. And not the Lord. They wouldn't consult the Lord, but they would consult the heathen and trust in the heathen, man.
Hey, they do right now with the when the heathen told them to take that OJ.
That OJ.
They took it, man. They listened to him. They go there. They believe everything he said.
They trusted the science.
What did the scripture say? Woe unto them that make flesh their arm.
It was an old head, kind of hold up a sign and said, rebuilding the trust that Tuskegee destroyed. I'm like, I don't trust this devil again.
Yeah, exactly. Scripture say never trust thy enemy.
Never trust thy enemy.
Never trust him.
And what's the campaign that the Santa Claus is pushing? That whole wealth thing, talking about build back trust.
Yeah.
Nobody trusts him no more, bro.
He said that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and to have not axe in my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Right.
Yeah, it reminds me of Saul, when he went to inquire at that meeting. You see what I'm saying? And even though he, disobeyed the Lord, being disobedient, he still could have, prayed to the Lord. You see what I'm saying? But he decided to go to that meeting instead, man. And he added sin, on top of sin, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And
he said, verse 3, he says, Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
That's it.
Oh, man.
He said, and the trust of the shadow of Egypt, your confusion.
And the Lord gonna give you over to that. If you want to trust in them, you want to join hands, with your oppressor. You see what I'm saying? Then you're gonna fall right along with him, man.
That's it.
And just look, there was different classes of rulership. Babylon was the gold on top of everything. Right now we're in the toes. You know what I'm saying? We're between the urn and the clay, and that clay is going into heavy debt. Esau has a payment of debt that he can't repay back. So it's the foundation of it is fragile, man. All it's gonna take is just for one thing to happen, and everything that you trusted in is gonna be in the wind.
Yeah.
You got it, brother.
You got some more?
What you put it?
Oh, no, in fact, you get that one, bro. That Isaiah 28.
I had Ezekiel 9 and 4. You pulled it. Let me get that.
Let me get this one.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 18. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it.
Who? The flood, man. The flood of calamities that the Lord going to use Esau to bring forth, man.
Right.
You know, you're going to get caught up because you're going to come to the conclusion this man was the damn devil the whole time.
Yep.
You know, he's going to show his horns. They already showing their horns, man. The fact that they signed a legislation where you can't speak out against particular people prove the fact that what we're saying is the truth, man. And he's hurt by the truth. Because if it wasn't true, then why you got to sign all these laws into place? That's right the whole time, you know? Proving that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is ultimately, you know, in control, you know? That's right.
That's right. It's crazy. That's why he changing these laws. But even with what TikTok,
Yep.
TikTok's gonna get banned.
Trying to ban it.
They trying to ban it, man.
Too much coming out.
It's too much. It's too much of truth.
Bring
coming
it out.
all through these social media platforms.
Too many different avenues.
Too many different avenues for this truth to come out. And he wants to stop it. And then he already got his hand locked down on the other ones. You know, where he can pull videos down. You know.
That's why he's trying to ban TikTok, because TikTok is owned by, if I'm correct, China. So they can't do what they want to TikTok and pretty much sensitize it. That's why they're trying to ban it in general.
Facts. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, with China, the only way they pretty much say that TikTok can stay out here is pretty much if they own some type of rights to it. So pretty much they want some type of ownership of it.
Right. You know what it is? This truth is knocking down his walls of lies. You know, like what I was saying, but it's like that. Now as you flood coming and the water from the burst through, trying to patch this whole level, just to see another water just start sprouting out somewhere else. That's what Esau is trying to do.
Yeah, it's like a dam breaking.
Yeah, dam break. He's trying to patch up the broken dams. That's what
Duct tape.
duct tape, and it's still leaking. The cracks going to go bigger, and that's his lies.
Which lies in the form of his unrighteous decrees. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Which they have prescribed, which they mean they already had it written. It just needed a situational scenario to sign it into play. They already got laws set up already in place, man. You know, or they use false flag events to justify them bringing forth those bills or those, like the what's the one that Bush signed after 9/11? The Patriot Act.
Patriot Act.
It's
Making
pretty much-
invade on purpose.
All it is action reaction. They're causing the action so that they're justified by their reaction.
Action, problem, solution. It's called the Hegelian dialect. This is grievousness in the blue letter. It says, It says, Slocky, man. This phone messing.
Want me to get it for you?
I got it right here, bro. This is grievousness in the blue letter. It's to labor, mischief, to trouble.
This whole system troubles people, man. Even if you got money, you still got worries you gotta worry about, man. So as much money or material things you can have, you can never really have rest here, man. This whole system is set up just to harass us constantly, man.
Plans to do evil.
Because games got bad to see. You know, ill game. Hey, everything was gotten bad. Rape, robbery, and murder. You know what I mean? So this devil, hey, if you trust in his system, you basically aligning yourself with his mindset, man. You know, and that's why it's gonna pierce your hand when you lean upon that broken reed, because you're gonna see like, oh man, this guy, he really wasn't meant to help us. He was meant to destroy us all along.
Yeah, because he meditates on this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so you know what I'm saying. He had to have the mind to go follow through with this stuff.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he was created for, to be the wicked.
And he got the resources to fund it. You know?
So he had malicious intent all along.
Appreciate it. If I may. This is Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands.
And they were evil upon their bed, because a bed symbolizes to what? To rest. So he in his kingdom, he had his rest, and yet he's still working iniquity. He's still doing all kinds of evil, man. You know, when you got the whole world in your hand, you could bring forth world peace, but it's not in him to bring forth peace, man. You know? He can do it with the snap of his finger, but that shows that the Lord is ultimately controlling. Because you would ask yourself, you know, a simple like, why is so much war and we got all this technology supposedly? Why is this? Why is that? But people never come to the conclusion of the fact that this man's a damn devil. He ain't never gonna do anything right. It's not programmed to do so. You know?
Yeah, the scriptures say, what does the scriptures say? What his spirit is not upright in it?
I got it. Yeah, you got it. Did you finish that up?
Yeah, that was it.
Can I grab a quick one real quick? Like you said, sleep upon the bed, right?
Yeah.
Proverbs 4:16. It says, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they had caused some to fall.
Hey, what's that one scripture? Is that the one where it say he sit up at night and he on his bed?
He sit up in a lurking place?
Yeah, he sit up on his bed like to come up with a wicked.
I think that was that.
That was that.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
He had to keep going
Okay,
down.
yeah.
It said when the morning is light, he practiced it because it's in the power of their hand.
Read it again.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah, Micah 2 and
two and two.
To that. That's right. You said going into it because he has different embassies in these different countries, right? And the scripture says he keep it not at home. So he's going over to these. You got that? That's the spirit, bro. You got that Micah to the brother guy.
And I'll read down to 2 because it goes straight into that what the brother just put out too. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. And
basically they bullies. They're like, who gonna stop?
Who gonna stop it? Who gonna beat my ass?
Right, who gonna whip my ass? That's why I says it's stout. It's more powerful than his fellows, man. Because when he come around the mist, people were afraid of him. Because he come with his army. Hey, Trump wanted to be inaugurated with the missiles behind him. Remember that? Remember when Trump wanted to get in the office? He like, man, I want a parade. And I want a parade with the missiles behind.
Like the other countries.
China.
China.
Right, because it's a show of strength. Yep. It's a show of power. It's a flex. It's like y'all not messing with us, man. And if I want to take something, I'm gonna take it.
Right. But it shows a form of weakness as well. Yeah. Because we proclaim to be the most powerful military in the world. You don't even have to parade yourself that. You know, but shows how vain Esau is, and men in general, man.
He wants somebody to fear him.
Yeah.
Hey, it also shows what time we in, man. That's a form of battle array.
Right.
But see, and they doing it in a sense of like a vain like way. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord gonna do it, but he gonna do it. He gonna come in his glory. He gonna actually do it. You know, it's not gonna be something that's vain.
Showboating.
He ain't gonna be showboating. He's coming, man. You know what I'm saying? To rescue the elect, man, with the host of the angels, man. Legions of angels.
He's a man of war.
He's a man of war, man.
And a real man of war, real military, you're not gonna let your enemies know you're gonna attack.
Exactly.
Nah.
You're gonna catch their ass when they,
Element of surprise.
element of surprise.
That's why I said thief in the night.
The Lord already got the angels already here, man. They already set up a position.
That's right.
That's no different than the gangster throwing up signs.
They all these chariots, they got these UFO sightings and stuff everywhere, man. The angels already posted up, man.
That's right.
Hey, it's like a nigga in the hood. You fucked over this big time boss or something, a big time guy.
Yeah.
And you know he coming to kill your ass, but you just don't know when. So every time you go into the crib, you looking over your shoulders, you driving scared.
Locking the door.
Scarface. Yeah.
And they don't even know how to react with that, man. They know about the UFOs. Yeah. You know, they call them UFOs. We call them chariots. You know, because we know they the chariots of the Lord. You know, and they know it. Esau know it, man. You know, so he created a whole space force. You know what I'm saying, to try to combat it, but it's not gonna work, man.
Shit weak.
Shit is so weak, man. They technology is so way behind compared to Yahweh Shem Yahushai's technology.
Hey, and the people getting tired, man.
Yeah,
people are getting fed up because they building there's propaganda, but the people believe it to be true. You know, they're trying to build space stations. You know, hotel satellites, man.
Yeah.
Hotel rooms and satellites. The people, the citizens like. So this is my tax money going to.
Yeah.
So this is what my country, who I work for, is going to build fucking hotels that I can't afford. You know, and in the sky, they're getting fed up.
And that's the previous. Because what happened during this tax season? All your hard-earned money went overseas, man.
Yep.
Your billions of dollars went to Ukraine. Billions of dollars went over there to Taiwan. Billions of Israel. Billions of dollars went over there to the small hats, man. And then the way that they did it, they circled it around. They said, okay, if we give you this contract with all this money, we need you to spend a certain amount of money on the war. We need you to spend a certain amount of money back towards us for our weaponry to help you out. That's usury, man.
Yeah.
They took the opportunity to cut themselves into taxpayers' dollars, man. You know, and that's why it's grievousness. Because in this system, hey, you can't win. Hey, in this system, man, you are a fucking slave. All right. So there's no winning in this system, man.
Precept.
And that's very grievous. You got it, bro.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
Hey, those small hatters, 1948ers, whatever you want to call them. You know what they call us? Goyim. Basically, we like cattle. You know, slaves.
Yeah, instead of branding us, they just give us Social Security number.
Yep.
That's our brand, man.
Yep.
It's all spiritual, man. They stopped it from being physical because they wanted to. It's easier to deceive the people when they have a fake sense of freedom.
Yeah, and they're gonna put a new brand on you too,
Which ultimately would be physical.
With a new. Yep. They're gonna put an actual brand on. It's gonna be an electronic brand.
Brand in you.
It's gonna be branded in within you.
It's a brand name.
It's gonna be Karagma.
God.
Yep.
Yep. It's my beach. You know. You still got that canal?
Yeah, it's Habakkuk 2, verse 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith.
That's it, man. The just is gonna live by faith, man. Yeah, we know who Esau is. We know he's the enemy, man. You know, we ain't gonna elect. You know, Lord willing, that we have that number. The elect is not gonna go that way. We're not gonna follow Esau, man. We're not gonna get branded. You know, we gonna choose death over that, man. Lord willing, man. And some men gonna get away, man. You know, some brothers gonna get away in that time, man, and get beamed up on a chariot. You know?
Yeah, it said his soul.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? His soul is not upright in him, so he's not rooted in righteousness.
And he was made to be wicked. And the scriptures say what he was estranged from the wicked.
Estranged from the
was
womb.
estranged from the womb, man.
Speak of lies.
That's how you know, hey, the wicked is Esau. Yeah. You know, hey, he was estranged from the womb, man. You know?
Vessel of dishonor.
Yep.
It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man.
He transgressed by wine, other philosophies. Totally, he's completely contrary to the Most High, man. And he completely left hand. Left hand side, man. He on the dark side. You know what I'm saying? Like Star Wars, man. You know?
He's a Sith Lord.
He a Sith Lord, man.
That's it.
Neither keepeth at home,
Yep.
who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
And that's exactly what he's doing, man. Gathering to himself all the nations, man. He wants to push his ideologies, his philosophies, you know, on everybody in the world, man. He wants everybody to drink from that golden cup. He wants everybody to have that Western democracy.
Yep.
You know, Christianity, you know, the ABC community, and so on and go on, all wickedness.
Enforce
Yeah,
his
they
way
do it.
throughout the whole area.
Yep.
Salakia. I would say they do it under the disguise of Christianity and democracy. You see that all over the Middle East. They keep on trying to push their agenda over there. That's why they keep fucking them up.
Yep.
And they call themselves humanitarians. Basically saying like we have your best interest at heart. Meanwhile, in your own country, you know, pestilence, you know, diseases is flowing rampant.
All-time high.
And
it's,
homelessness.
ABC type of and divorce.
But look, it's like, no, you had said something though. Basically, remember me, you talking about these other nations. Basically, he comes to them like that, like he has their best entrance,
Like a gift.
like a gift. The scriptures say that his words in his mouth was smoother than butter, but words in his heart. You know, that's how the way Esau is, man. He's deceptive, man. He knows exactly how to manipulate you, man, with those smooth words, man, with that soft ass voice. How you doing?
Nasally voice.
How you doing today? Hi, how are you? And people are like, oh, he's a nice guy. The whole time he got a big ass machete behind his back trying to get close to your ass so he can fucking cut your head off, man.
He plotting.
He plotting on you, man.
Yeah, man. He's plotting to overthrow you.
You got to.
Yeah. Salakia.
It's like that movie, American Psychopath.
14.
Yeah.
He was a three-piece suit, charming, money,
Yeah.
clean face. But he was a serial killer.
Hey, Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
He was like that. He was quote unquote living the American dream. He was
Yeah.
a lawyer.
And the girl that got away, they described
Precept.
Ted Bundy as being very charming.
Hey, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah. Said the same thing about him.
He was getting ladies in jail.
Yeah, I got you.
Yahweh Shai.
It's a
You
little
know,
more
that
to it.
Jesus, the image that they
Yep.
pushed, you know, with Cesar Borgia, man. You know?
Yep.
Hey, his true name is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know, but they pushed that image on him, man. You know, as him being soft and docile.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how, you know, they'll look, you know, at the, you know, at these other people like Ted Bundy, you know, they would look at him as, you know, somewhat of a righteous man, whatever it is. Yet he a killer, man.
Yeah, he a killer.
You know?
It's a psychological mind F. Hey, brother, it's a little more to that.
That's a lot more.
Yeah,
But hold on, let him read this real quick. Go ahead, brother.
Crime. This is Sirach chapter 14, starting at verse 4. It says, "He that gathereth by defrauding his own soul gathereth for others, that shall spend his goods righteously. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good?"
And how's he evil to himself?
man.
He put his own people in slavery.
Put his own people in slavery, and he would destroy the air that he got to breathe in.
Yep.
You know,
And the food.
and the food.
The water too is
You know?
contaminated.
Right. So you know, even though his
Yep.
choice part ain't, you know what I'm saying, but still, you know, it's certain things that he do.
Yeah.
Cause he got that, if I can't have it, you know, can't nobody have it.
Yeah.
Spirit, you know what I'm saying? So he gonna destroy it all, man.
He's selfish.
You know, he's selfish, yeah.
And that's the reason, hey, he's not a brother, man. You know, and that's his problem. And the Lord is going to bring him down because instead of, it's going into it. You got it, bro. It's like,
Habakkuk 2, verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long to him that ladeth himself with thick clay?
Y'all got it, brothers.
No, hey, that parable, that proverb is being the wicked, though.
Yeah.
You know, because the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. You know, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. You know, roughly paraphrasing. If not, then where and who is he, man?
Where they at?
Yeah, exactly. You know, so this is the parable and the proverb, you know, that we're coming to know of him as to be the wicked.
He's being revealed.
and what did he say? He goes after things that's not his. He's seeking for things that's not his. In the upper of that verse, in the verse before, it says he enlarges his desires as hell. And it says he cannot be satisfied. So basically, the Lord created bounds for us all, man. The Lord gave us all heaven, man. they're still gonna have the land that the Lord prescribed unto them.
Right.
It's just this devil, he said, no, everything's mine.
Also, that's a curse. One of his blessings as well too. You know, to have the fatness of the earth.
Fatness of the earth, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Meaning the choice parts of the earth.
But that was his blessing.
Yeah.
Isaac gave it to him. Gave to him, and he gave him the fatness of the earth.
Exactly.
And also
along with the sword.
Yeah,
along with the sword. And he told him, and you're gonna also live by that sword.
That's it.
Hey, because how do you solve a mystery or a riddle?
Yep.
You solve it by the clues or the proof. And everything points to him. You know what I'm saying? Esau, Edom, the white man, aka America and Babylon,
Yep.
as the devil.
And look, as the scripture says, what? He maketh war against them who was at peace with him. So, roughly paraphrased. So basically, you're in all these people's land trying to dictate how they should rule their countries. how they should rule their piece of land. And that's why you keep on swatting the hornet's nest, man. That's why everyone's attacking you. Because you're where you're not supposed to be.
Yep.
That's the problem. If you just leave people alone, they'll be able to they'll be in peace. They'll be able to flourish within their own lands. But he try to take things by force, man. This devil, he'll go to their land, he'll set up embassies and create a front on their fucking piece of land and say, hey, if you're not abiding by what we say, guess what? We gonna take your ass down. And we gonna, like the brother said, they come up with false narratives to do it, man.
Propaganda, that's what they call it. Modern day term.
Because basically all that goes back to is his lies. Like it says in Psalms 58:3. Since the womb, he was estranged from the womb speaking lies. Because that's his spirit. Like the brother had mentioned, he's a vagabond. Besides what was in Mount Seir that the Lord gave, everything else is stolen. Stolen land. You got it. It's like it.
No,
Verse 7.
I got that word clay because that's important because they want to reset the system. It says that laid himself with thick clay. That clay says, hang on a second. A weight of plagues, heavy debts. So them heavy debts from these various different countries. These are gonna, mostly a lot of them, China, Thailand, all these countries, man. These heavy debts, they want to reset the system. That's why they have to implement the CHIP, man. And this is all like how Kanai just said. You solve a riddle by looking at the clues and the hints. You follow the breadcrumbs, man. It all point back to him. He's gonna be the one to implement this CHIP, man.
Hey, the scriptures point them out.
MOTV.
And the scriptures literally point out who this devil is.
Right.
And even in these modern day times, so you can know who he is.
Back to the lesson we did. But you can't see these things unless you've been quickened. You can't see these things. Now, it can be one person that can see these things and not change his life, but he's not quickened. Although he can just listen, like, oh, I agree with that, and go on about his day, he ain't quickened.
That's because why? A lot of people that ain't gonna wake up is because the God of this world have blinded them. Like you said, if our gospel be hid from them, that they're hid from them that are lost.
Right.
Basically, you go into that word lost, it goes into them that's destroyed or marred, cut off. The Heavenly Father ain't dealing with them anyway, man. They destroyed, bro. The God of this world have darkened their minds, got them preoccupied in folly and madness and wickedness. All types of snares. They caught up in this devil's snares and traps, man. Y'all got that.
Verse 7, it says, Habakkuk 2 verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee?
Yep.
And awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them.
That's right. Spoiled.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations, and all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
So basically what it's saying in the book of Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. That's gonna come back to him, on him, man. Hey, the scriptures say you reap, what you sow. Hey, Deuteronomy 28. The Heavenly Father told us, man, we reap what we sow.
Job.
Go ahead.
All the hands of the wicked shall come upon him.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation 13. This is Revelation 13 and verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth the captivity shall go into captivity.
Yep. Hey, and we already know who that is. Esau Edom, man. Hey, he led us into captivity, man. And then all this time, he thought he was going to get away with it. We thought he was going to get away with it. Why? Because what? That Western democracy. Jesus forgives sins, and Jesus loved everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That madness, man.
Hey, and I would have got away with it too.
Meddling kids. He's been exposed now.
Meddling.
All through the Spirit, the Lord lifting up his skirt, man, showing the world this devil, man, who he is, man. Let him finish
It
this.
says, this is back in Revelation 13 and 10. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
And he who killeth with the sword gonna be killed with the sword. Going back to the context clues, what the brother Kanai was talking about. That's Esau's blessing.
That's it.
You know, that's how we know that's who that's talking about, man. Because his blessing was what? The sword. And he's gonna live by it. You know, the scripture say he's gonna live by it. Guess what? The Lord pointed out, hey, he lived by it, he gonna die by it, man. Hey, we on the brink of World War III. You know, hey, this kingdom finna it's finna come down, man. He gonna get his just due. It's coming to him, man.
No, it's the Spirit. You say that because I was watching Oppenheimer the other day, and like you mentioned, he that killeth the sword must be, or he that liveth by the sword must be killed by the sword. So he basically digged the pit for himself.
Yep.
Because when he made that, when Oppenheimer and the other scientists and shit made that atomic bomb, he quoted himself. He said, "I became the destroyer of worlds." He's gonna be the one to destroy his own self.
That's it.
Because the Lord put it upon his spirit to make that bomb.
Right.
And eventually, but that's leading up to the nuclear missiles.
Hey, that's it.
That's why.
And his weapon's gonna fall upon his own head.
God.
Literally.
That's why the apostles always quote 1968 version of Planet of the Apes, because at the end of the movie, he was like, the whole movie, he thinking he on a faraway planet, but he back on Earth. You know, and then he see the Statue of Liberty, he see the tip of the Statue of Liberty, the head, but he walking on sand. He's like, we did it to ourselves. We destroyed ourselves. That's Esau.
Stupid, man.
Esau like Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, he gambled up. Look, he had the winning lottery ticket and gave it up for nothing. Gave it up. That's how dumb he was.
Instant gratification.
He gave up the winning lottery ticket, and it was a limitless. The lottery ticket had limitless a limitless amount.
A reward.
He just gave it up, man. Man, Joe, he bugged out, but y'all got a quick fix.
He despised it.
He despised
his birthright, man.
Yeah.
So not only did you not know what it was, you was a nigga. You just hated it.
Yeah, didn't even take time.
What is this birthright? This should profit me.
You gotta ask yourself what was going on that led even Jacob to even ask him to sell his birthright.
That's like a simple nigga sleeping with going to an AIDS infested, party, and he know it is, and he lay down with one of them with no protection. Just period. Even if he had protection, just to know that. That's Esau.
We don't need this. We're gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
And Jacob probably was seeing, they ain't writing the story, but you can just escalate. Jacob's probably seeing him growing up with him.
Yeah.
Like, I know this nigga, he'll sell me his birthright.
He probably not. Like, look at his dumb ass.
He is.
I got this.
Nigga dumb as hell.
I got a quick freeze.
And then, I say the mama, yeah, she do too.
Yeah.
Like, man, this nigga.
He ain't it.
She got a quick, she got a quick.
He is not it.
You know your kids.
Yeah, you know your kids, man. You know our son's a fuck up. Like, my son.
Can't get rid of this dumb nigga, man. Dumb it.
Like gentlemen.
Yeah.
She got a
That's
quick.
why
She was finding us or
She
something.
got a quick.
Well, yeah, fine. Cause they knew. They like, hey, I know my brother. I know my son.
If I may,
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
We be that seed of righteousness. And really, this the elect of that, of that seed. Yep. Because all Israel is not of Israel.
Yeah, there's an elect within the elect.
Yeah. He said the seed of the righteousness.
Speak up a little bit too, Ak.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Right. So though, you know, some Israelites, you know, who are Israelites by, you know, by blood, you know, but not through the Spirit. Hey, if you, you know, join hands with this devil, seeing that this world is finna be demolished and destroyed, you're gonna be destroyed right with it.
Yep.
You know, what would it profit you to join hands, you know, with your enemies, you know, knowing his demise and knowing his future? You know? How was that today? You guys got something?
I got one.
I guess I.
My apologies.
You got something?
This is Revelation. You got something? This is Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues." So what is that saying? So the Lord already knew what was going to happen with that. He's pretty much saying that you continue down this path with them, I'm not going to be able to save you. I'm not going to save you from what's coming for them. That's why the brother was just going into it's the same thing. Depart from it so you're not partakers of their sins. Their sins is only going to lead to death. And that's why it says not partakers that you receive not of her plagues. Because all the things that they put upon us is going to come back upon them. It says, verse 5, for her sins have reached into heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. So that goes back to Ezekiel 35, where it says, when you thought that you would have both of these nations, I was there. The Lord was there the whole time when they was putting us through all this captivity, and they furthered our affliction.
Hey, also, that's a debt too.
Yep.
You know, that they gotta pay. You know, and you can't pay it back with money though. Right. You know, you can only pay it back with your own blood.
And that's it. And it's ironic, this devil has set up a debt-based system, you know, to snare you to the point where you get to the level you're so much in debt.
That's it.
You were like, okay, fucking, what can I do to pay off this debt? And pretty much your soul.
That's it.
You know, so he can forever be your slave, but he's doing that. But the Lord got his ass to pay for his debt. His sins, you know.
See, the Lord is fair. He's not fair. That's right. You know, he wants to talk about equality all the time. Hey, but he doesn't want to surrender himself to be slaughtered.
That's right. Hey, I was about to say, hey, debt is good when you're the lender. Because you always got money. You know? When you're the lender, but when you're the borrower, hey, that ain't so good no more. You know, when you're the borrower. But the lender, if you in debt to me, you can do it. You gotta do whatever I say. You know?
Man, he's so wicked with it. He's making sure that your ass stay in debt. He's not trying to help you out of debt.
Right. Absolutely not, because then that's fucking up his money.
Yeah.
That's fucking up his money if you're trying to help you. If you're trying to get you out of debt. That's why that book, Good Debt, Poor Debt, I mean, to sum it all up, just be a lender. Yeah. You know? But hey, we're
subject to payment.
We're subject to payment. But that's fine, because the just shall live by their faith. Man.
Exactly. And we also subject, you know, of the Lord as well too, though. You see what I'm saying? So, like the brother said, it depends on who's giving you, you know, lending you that money, man. Yep. You know, but the Lord has lent us money, though. You know, via His wisdom.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So this is the money that we must pay it back, you know, with our lives, by sacrificing our lives.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So it does matter, you know, who lends it to you. You know, I'd rather be in debt to the Lord than to be in debt, you know, to this devil.
And this debt is beneficial.
Exactly.
It help us grow.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Once we pay, we become what is it called? We're gonna become joint heirs with the Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once the Lord is in, once the Lord glorifies him together with himself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. Because you think like of the credit system, how basically you pay back on time, your score rises, and you're quote unquote in the green, and you reap the benefits of being with that high credit score.
Yeah.
The same thing with the Lord. If you're in debt and the Lord sees you paying it back on a timely fashion, you're gonna get the benefits. With that high credit score.
And that's how we do it. We do it by redeeming the time. You know, we're buying back the slot. No, we're just buying back the time. You know, redeeming the time. That's how we buying it back. You know, as the scripture say, buy the truth and sell it out. We buy it. What's that? Isaiah 55. You buy it with your, you know, lending your ear. Yeah. You know, and
you making your body a living sacrifice.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Shareholders?
Con, we are.
Yeah, we're going to become shareholders with the Lord.
Yeah, and stocks. And
Yeah, that's
the
it.
stock is going to be the earth.
Yeah, that's it. Right, man.
It's like it's really the Lord gave us talents like gambling. Because when you gamble, you actually working to make that come back. But you don't just sit on it.
Right.
You know.
Flip that shit.
Try to flip it.
I think that's one of the titles. The title is money usage.
Money usage.
Yeah, money usage to that actual. All right.
And the money is the truth.
Huh.
And we flip it by what? Being better, growing
Yep.
in the faith.
That's it.
Teaching others.
Yep.
You know, continually to teach, abiding in the truth.
Continuing in
hold.
You got something?
I was still in that Revelation, but y'all got something.
Another finish Revelations though.
This is the last verse. It says, reward her even as she slacking.
Call it out.
Revelations 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works in the cup which she had filled to slacking. She had filled to her double.
With her double. Amen. So in the kingdom of heaven, you know, the Lord is going to give the heathens, and starting with the so-called the sons, the children of the wicked, all right, the so-called white man, the Esau Edomites, you know, they're going to give them double, man, and the rest of these heathens, they all going to get double, because every nation has had a hand in our spoils, man.
Yep.
They all going to get double, man. You know, but hey, so-called white man is our number one adversary, man, so he going to get double first, and then it's going to trickle down. You know? He going to get it the worst, and then next it's going to be fucking Ishmael. You know?
Yeah, the book of Baruch talks about that, man. As they seen us, you know, the same, you know, people that seen our decline, roughly paraphrase.
Yeah.
You know, they gonna see us, you know, rise up, man. They gonna see us, you know, be on top. You know,
The only reason I say Ishmael because Psalms 83.
he's a second.
Right after Esau.
Right after Esau.
It's Ishmael because
Yeah.
when you go into that sub-Saharan slave trade, man, they was torturing us, man.
They did it first.
Yeah,
They did it
man.
first.
They traded Joseph.
Con, exactly.
They took Joseph,
Yeah,
man.
sure did.
Walking around just taking people.
Yeah, they sold
taking
and then they sold them to Egypt.
Yeah, they sold him to Egypt. Just taking niggas, man. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised, bro, if Esau appointed him to be the head of this trafficking organization. Wow. If it's Ishmaelites selling them kids and babies to
That makes sense.
to them small hats, man.
Come. For sure.
But
Can I get an NLT, just the last verse?
All right, go ahead.
NLT verse Revelation 18:6. It says, do to her as she has done to others, double her penalty for all her evil deeds. She brewed a cup of terror for others, so brew twice as much for her.
Yep. And you gotta drink the dregs thereof, man. So we ain't gonna filter out the actual leaf when you make that tea. You gotta drink all them dry leaves at the bottom too.
Yeah, chew it, nigga.
Yeah, screw that shit. You gonna hammer out your teeth, man, like you did to us.
So they dished out cruel punishments and bloodshed, and you know what I'm saying? It's saying to pay them back that. Pay them back cruel punishment and for bloodshed.
And they don't know true terror.
And the fact you're gonna come down upon those that you already oppressed. So he's a complete fucking devil.
Pay them it back twice as much.
That was it on that.
That one, the whole song.
Go ahead.
Zechariah 2:7. Oh, it said, deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwell with the daughter of Babylon. And we know who the daughter of Babylon, they pertain to Psalms 137, Esau. You know? It says, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations who spoiled you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be the spoil to their servants, and ye shall know that I am the Lord of hosts. Sing. It says, you're going to know, and when it's all said and done, it was the Lord in control the whole time. Right? It was the Lord that turned us into, into captivity to these other, with these other nations, man. Because we disobeyed. And it was also for our learning. So when it's all said and done, it's going to show that it really wasn't by your own power, your own wits that you got us at this position we in, man. Right. Really, all the will of the Lord.
Yeah, because that punishment was the process, was the starting process to get us back together with the Lord. Because we had to see what we did wrong. You know what I'm saying? You don't know you did wrong until you realize it. And that's what the Lord was doing when he was punishing, making us realize.
Yeah. And knowing what you know now, some will acknowledge the offenses, that they had against the Most High, and some will not.
So that we can correct it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. Go ahead.
No.
so that he can correct it.
And the Lord had to show us, you know, the result of him not dwelling with us, what it's going to lead with.
Exactly.
You know, it's like a father for to kick you out your house. You know, you've been a spoiled brat. You know, you ain't never see, you know, struggle. And then your father kick your ass out for a minute and show you so you can learn a tough lesson. Like, damn, I had it good. Yeah.
Prodigal son.
I got one if I may. It's the one the brother had quoted earlier. It's Baruch 4. And I started at 23. Matter. Yeah, 23. Oh, you want 21? 21. It's Baruch 4 and 21. Be of good cheer, O my children.
That's it.
Cry unto the Lord, and he will deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies.
That's it. And we're in the hands of our enemies right now, man. And the daughter of Babylon, man. You know, Babylon the Great. You know, the mystery of harlots. What's that? Mother of harlots.
Yeah, darn.
You know, this is the land of our captivity, man. Once again, you got it, big bro.
It says, for my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you. And joy is come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting our Savior.
Hey, that's your shot. Being our Savior, our Redeemer.
And it's mighty too, because when you think about it, it says, this is Baruch, and he says, cry unto the Lord and he will deliver you, or what do he say? Salakia. For my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you. And think Baruch was the scribe of Jeremiah in Babylon. Yeah. And think now we're in the spiritual Babylon.
That's it. Right.
Basically like the elder from Dallas, Yashawamba had went into it. How the Jeremiah was being written unto us in them times.
Yeah.
Think of this here as well. It's all spiritual.
That's it.
He's writing unto us in these times, in this spiritual Babylon.
Yeah. Hey, it's a living book. You know, and that the words that was written then, man, is meant for us right now.
Coming to pass.
It's coming to pass as we speak, man. You know.
Hey, this whole country, this whole nation is nothing but an idol. It's idolatry. And it's the great whore that standeth upon many waters,
Mhm.
seas.
Yeah.
It's like those movies in the 16th century movies. Like, what does the prophecy say?
Yeah,
The pride of prophecy.
Yeah.
You know, they try to get these people to break down the
That's
prophecy,
it.
man. The understanding of the book, man.
That's why he said, "Come out of her, my people, man," because it's idol worship. It's putting this place. You're putting this place before the Lord.
Can I grab some? Can you give me? I said 50. You got some already?
Well, he
I had a little bit more here.
You gonna get that for him? Yeah, I get it for him.
This is a Baruch 4 and 24. Now it's like 23. Says, for I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever.
Right, like the brother just said, he's like a child, you know, being sent out of his crib, you know, because he's been disobedient. He don't want to listen to his father, man. He don't want to listen to the instructions that his father gave him. So it's only right the Lord, had to kick us out of our inheritance, our right as being the prince of a power, man. You know? So the Lord had to chastise us, you know what I'm saying, and send us through these rough ways, as I believe Baruch talks about that too. Send us through, them rough ways, and hey, now, you know, the Lord is about to start redeeming us back, man. Go ahead, big
Yeah, it says, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity,
Yeah.
so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory
Yes,
and
it-
brightness of the everlasting.
It says shortly, man. It's soon it's gonna come to pass, man. You see what I'm saying? Sooner than we think. You know? You know, yeah, it's nearer than what we believe, man. You know?
One more verse, it says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High.
That's it.
For thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck.
That's it right there, man. You know, we gonna soon what the scripture say, a man that sees his enemy fall, roughly paraphrasing in Ecclesiasticus.
I think there be 10 things,
Yeah,
or
Lord,
7.
2 I will utter my mouth.
Yeah.
A man to have joy
Good
of children,
of his children. Yeah.
and him that liveth to see the
See
fall
the
of
fall
his
of
enemy.
his enemy, man. You know, and we gonna live to see the fall of our enemy. But they gonna see us
you know, be on top of them as well too, man.
Yeah, the Lord said He loves that.
Yeah, yeah.
10 things I love.
Yeah, there you go.
And
I love to see a man have joy of his children.
Yeah, God.
And him that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
That's it.
And literally, Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, the elect is going to be in them chariots looking down,
There you go. See
you know, through the sea of glass, looking at the destruction of Babylon. So you're literally going to see the fall of your enemies.
Hey, I remember when we was watching TV, me and one of my ex-wives or whatever, and my child's mom. And she was like, we was watching a show, and they was like, what does a man love more than sex? He's like, money, food. And she was like, nah. So he was like, what do you think is better than sex? I'm like, to see the fall of my enemies.
That's it.
And she was like, oh my God, that's dark. I was like, how? You know, but the Lord don't think like the rest of these people, man. They don't forgive their enemy. They've been brainwashed, man.
That's it.
Or you think, just on for an analogy, like a rival team, what more better is it than to win against your rival?
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There ain't no better feeling than
Oh,
that,
you
bro.
feel accomplished and shit.
Especially
You be talking
after
shit.
7 straight years or 10 years y'all playing this nigga been
Whooping that
Yeah,
ass.
man.
That's like
cheating shit, cheating.
it's really like when your brother was playing a game growing up, and he ain't give you no time to learn the controls.
Yeah.
So he just busting your ass, and you got to learn on the go.
That's your ass. Hey, but you feel that victory, man, that feels way better than sex, man. That fucking victory.
Oh man, you feel
that
fulfilled,
bro. It's a bro. That victory, bro. Then especially imagine you in a fight and you just like, like that's bro, that testosterone.
It's priceless, man.
Oh,
Especially if the
yeah.
nigga been cheating.
Especially if you cheat, you beat a cheat.
Yeah, because Esau been cheating the whole time.
First few rounds, your remote
dirty
ain't
as hell.
plugged up.
And when you see the underdog gain leverage over the
God.
over the worthy opponent,
Yeah.
Everybody love that.
That's why they make them in the movies, because you get that feel good sensation when that happens.
And they had that music in the background.
Yeah.
You know when the underdog is finna overcome his oppressor.
Because
You know, yeah, like Rocky.
And the dirty side, it's like,
it took strategy to overcome his enemy.
That's it. And that strategy had to come, you know, from the Lord, man. He had to give us that Holy Spirit, you know what I'm saying, to be able to be, you know, to be able to endure all this, man. You know, we had to endure, you know, these rough ways that the Lord sent us through, man.
Right? Because we ain't, like it says, the word says we ain't ignorant to Satan's devices. So with the Spirit, we're gonna outsmart him.
Anyway.
Anyways, right?
Yeah. You got something?
go back to that Psalms 18.
This is Psalms. This is Psalms. This is Psalms chapter 18. Psalms 18 and in 6 it says, in my distress I called upon the Lord Yahweh and cried unto my power. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him even into his ears.
That's like symbolic to nowadays, man. When we cry out of the Lord, it's out of his temple, which is our body. You know, so it's out of his temple we heard our cry. It said, Scripture says, the souls of the just complaineth unto me continually. I think the word complaineth means whine. You know, so we whine into crying to the Lord, man. You know, to call out.
That's it.
What it say too? Even when you don't have the words to utter, the Spirit,
Make intercession.
God, your spirit's groaning.
That's it. That's it. And our spirits is groaning, man, because we ain't, you know, this ain't our rest.
Yeah, we in the flesh.
We get irritated.
Oh my, I hate this flesh.
Yeah. And plus, not only that, you know, Satan is agitating us. You know, trying to, you know, throw our faith off.
Working through people.
Working through,
Fuck with you.
You know.
I was
Hell
gonna
yeah.
say what the this is Sirach, the ways the mind.
Oh, I got it.
Spirit.
Music upon many things.
Yeah, music upon anything. The corruptible flesh.
Yeah.
That's it.
I got you real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon 9:15. For the corruptible body presseth down the soul,
That's it.
and the earthly tabernacle weigheth down the mind that museth upon many things.
That's it.
And that's a constant thing we can be battling, man.
The flesh.
The flesh, musing upon many things, and the mind is a lot to say what? The heart is desperately wicked. Deceitful, very deceitful. You constantly got thoughts coming through your mind.
Yeah.
You know, temptations, and you want to go off, and then or shit dwelling on the past, or things you got to get better at. Then you got the stress and the cares of this bullshit as well. You know.
Hey, but that's also, you know, how Satan was trying to sift, Simon. You know, what he say? Satan is desired to sift you as wheat. You know, when you go into that word sift, it goes into agitate. You know, it goes into being agitated. You know, and that's pretty much Satan. You know, there to throw you off your course, man. You know, it's to throw you off your faith. You know,
and that precept with that one in Romans says the whole creation groaneth, even we ourselves waiting for the adoption.
Exactly.
To get the hell up out this flesh first and foremost, and then ultimately this place, man, and actually truly live. You know, like we was talking about the debt. You know, this debt is, you know, paying off this debt is going to lead to you being free from everything.
That's it. Yeah.
You know, you paying off Esau debt, you still ain't gonna be free.
Sure.
You paying that shit off, man, because he gonna have more debt presented to you to take.
Right.
You know, he'll take on this.
See, that's the thing, bro. Esau debt is continuous, man. Like he'll have fees and all these
interest,
interest,
Interest
back
crazy.
payment, like child support, man. Like child support, man. It's for the fucking state, man.
Yep.
When you read Title 4D, it's for the state. The child is the crumbs, man. And then you gotta pay back pay.
Yeah.
And then tax every time you have a missed payment, you gotta pay taxes on that missed payment.
Yeah.
And fees, man.
And if you don't pay it, you go to jail, and you really a slave.
And they still
On top of the
and they
slave.
still continue to pay.
And it's still right. Exactly.
How you gonna pay this shit? You in jail.
Exactly.
Cutting that
You know what they
25
doing?
cent.
You know,
They know exactly what
their
they
job
doing.
is to keep us with like Lazarus said, that great gulf is fixed between us, man.
Yeah.
You know, and their job is to keep us at a certain, level. You know, on this earth. Man.
Keep us off the path, knock us off balance.
Exactly.
Knock us off course. I mean, you know, we're trying to follow the right path, and they're trying to, you know what I'm saying, give us another route into wickedness, man.
That's it. And that's why a lot of Jake, you know, go into, you know, selling drugs and things like that, man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because they see it no way out, but they don't understand. They getting themselves, you know, deeper into a hole, you know, and deeper into that debt.
You panicking when you don't know how to swim.
You'll be a slave to society. Either way it go, you're a slave. Yep.
I remind you of that story with LeBron and Jacob.
Y'all was just getting ready to say that.
LeBron and Jacob, bro. He was fucking up his wages.
Yeah.
Trying to keep him working.
LeBron.
LeBron.
Okay.
No, not LeBron.
LeBron.
No, but LeBron was, you know, you read the story, was Jacob's uncle. You know, playing with his wages, and then when it came time for Jacob to get his own thing, he didn't want to let him go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Trying to trick him and shit, but what the Lord was doing, he was seeing him trying to play him, and the Lord ended up playing LeBron ass in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
He gave Jacob the wisdom to, you know, pretty much, you know, to plan in a sense, but get more, and end up got more cattle.
That's it.
At the end, he was blessed more.
Yeah, he had more substance.
And then what happened as a result of him trying to get on his own? He trying to accuse him.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, trying to say that, you know.
And that's what ultimately what Esau gonna try to do us. You know? And but the Lord got his hands, you know, on this thing, man. You know?
Yeah, that shit dirty. After you're done with that, I got something.
This is Psalms chapter 18. That's it, bro. That's
You can't charge your phone and get it on.
You got it.
Carl.
Yes.
What you got?
Jeremiah 50 and grab that 50 and 6.
This is Jeremiah. Oh, you want him to grab?
No, it's cool. Anybody?
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
And who was the shepherds, man? They leaders. You know, whoever these people regard as the leaders, everybody besides Yahweh Shem Yahushua and then his prophets, you know, are false leaders. Yet these are shepherds. And most people look at entertainers as leaders.
Yeah, there you go.
They look at idols as leaders, whether it be an NBA player, a singer.
That's it.
These pastors are not modern day entertainers, man. You know? But they're supposed to be the religious leaders of the people, of our people. But they leading that flock astray because they're taking Esau's dainties, man, with the 501c3 charter. You know, taking Esau's dainties, not preaching the whole book, not filling up the cracks of your understanding. You know.
Yeah, they definitely leaders, but they leaders of evil.
Grab a scripture for me.
They leaders of the wrong path, man.
Ezekiel 13:5. Yeah. We finished that out.
You want me to finish this off? This is Jeremiah chapter 50. In the middle of 6, it says, they have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from the mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
So they wandering sheep, man. You know, but you have a lot of goats. You know, goats just wander off. You know, goats and sheep are different, but they're similar in a lot of ways. You know?
Because that's what they say. They tell you to go your own way in this place.
God.
Do what you want to do.
God, man, we get that shit, man. They do as thou wilt, spirit, man. Hey, this is America. You can do what you want to do. You can believe what you want to believe in, but wait, they're trying to ban the Bible. We have the freedom of religion. How about all them people dying at war for the Constitution?
You know, you can do anything you want, but don't speak out against us.
Right, exactly.
Hey, so them telling you that's what's making these sheep wander.
Yeah, they wander, and it's crazy because it says mountain to hill. In the ancient world, they used to actually worship their idols on hills. Yeah. And stalks. Like the scriptures call them stalks, hills, mountains, and then it's mountains. Now these are literal mountains they were going to. They've been wandering from mountain to hill, but it's symbolic to different idols, man. They worship in different idols and not following Yahweh Shem Yahshua. It says they have forgotten their resting place. And you have
it's the book of Ezekiel. It's like the book of Ezekiel, chapter 13, verse 5. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord.
You have not gone up to the gaps, man. You have not filled in. First, you got to come outside and prophesy the scriptures, and you also have to close up the breaches of the people's understanding.
That's it.
Because Israel, they have a form of believing, even if you know you're an Israelite, but they're still missing pieces that they don't have. So you got to give them the 100%, man. The 100% truth. You have to fill in those gaps, fill in those cracks of understanding. That's what the apostles did for us. Continue to do. That's what the apostles do for us. So we got to do it for the people under us, man. We got to feed the Lord's sheep. When they come with questions, be ready to give any man an answer when he asks or when he questions your faith. That's it. But you haven't. What did it say? It said you haven't gone to the gaps. You haven't set the hedge.
Ezekiel 13, verse 5. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel.
The hedge is a symbolic for protection. When you have hedges, it's not like bushes, but a hedge it means protection, man, to keep or guard. That's what a hedge is. And what is our hedge? Yahweh Shai, man, believing on His word and sincerity and truth. But you can't believe on His word if you don't know it. That's it. You know, you have to know His word to believe on it, or else you believe in a lie. That's why I said the shepherds in Jeremiah 50 and 6. It said the shepherds have caused the people to go astray. Grant, finish that out. Ezekiel.
Verse 6.
I'll finish up 5.
Finish 5.
Neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah, they didn't give them the armor that they needed.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? To be protected by Satan's darts, man.
That's right.
His fiery darts, man. They ain't pushing the right doctrine out there, man.
So they're gonna fold, man.
Exactly.
Because why? They weren't taught the correct doctrine. You can jump back to that, Jeremiah.
I got the word hedge if I'm not.
I think it means shamar, right?
I got it in the Edamon.
Edamon.
Yeah. It says Old English hedge. Hedge. It says originally any fence, living or artificial.
Living or artificial. That's mighty.
And you think even if it was like a bush or a hedge, usually it's around the house. It encompasses the house for privacy.
Yeah, for privacy.
Defense.
Hey, the Gadites, when they lived along shores, they planted trees by the shore to protect them from the wind, from that breeze, man. But you got this damn devil. This nigga built skyscrapers near water.
Yeah.
So it's like air ducts.
Yeah.
That's why it's always fucking windy near these damn cities, man.
Yeah.
That's why it's just, when you look at it from a bird's eye view, it's just like air ducts. That's why Chicago's so goddamn cold.
Windy city.
Windy city. Even in the summertime, it wind feels
Skyscraper.
good, but
Yeah.
you know, but it's a hedge, man. You know, it's protection. And
That's
how do you
it.
make the protection? Because we're giving them the truth.
That's it.
They understand it, man, so they can have faith in the living words instead of preaching. Because you know, a good lie contains a little bit of truth. So these shepherds, you know, whatever you believe on, that's not Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You're gonna get caught up in when Esau come down having great wrath. Man.
That's it. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 7. All that found them have devoured them.
Yep, they eat up they eat up my people like the heifer eat up grass, man. They eat up and how does Esau eat us up, man? He put devices in our path, like the brother just said, drugs. You know how many lives drugs have taken, man? Hey, you can't even put a number on it, man. Because either you die from doing it, you die from selling it, or you got locked up in the penitentiary from indulging in it, doing it or selling it. Man.
Or if you avoid all that, he got you on his drugs via the the farm.
Yeah, because that ain't nothing but heroin, prescription heroin.
That's it.
Your grandma and grandparents, you see the fucking dresser drawer with the yellow fucking capsule.
Gone, bro. And then you get your kids the medicine on the countertops, over the counter medicine, and that's petroleum. And then, like me, I got a 5-year-old, I don't have a choice. You know, I can get the herb, but if you ain't got the money for the herb and you need it right now, hey, you gotta go get the petroleum, man.
That's true.
You know, and petroleum ain't shit good come from petroleum, man.
Yep.
You know? But go ahead, and that's just one avenue of how the heathens eat up the sin of our people, man. They put sin in their way, so they can't withstand Esau's fiery darts, man. When they get in trouble, they go run to Esau for help instead of the Lord. They have forgotten their resting place, man.
Yeah. It says, Jeremiah 50 and 7. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offended not.
And they don't believe that because they hold themselves blameless, because you know it goes back to that account in Judith. As long as they can keep us away from our power sinning, they feel like, well, you know, we can't do that.
They also, you know, as small as they look at us as goyim anyway, and they're pretty much justified within their Talmud.
Yeah.
You know, if we're not, you know, if they're not, you know, whoever they're targeting, you know, is not a so-called, you know, small hat, then it's okay for them to target them. It's okay for them to go, you know, do certain things to them. You see what I'm saying?
Which is wicked. Even the
Wicked
scriptures even speak about treating your servant.
Exactly.
You know, with you know, you gotta treat your servants good. Yeah. You don't do that shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. This is You got something to say?
No.
Yeah. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 7. In the middle of 7, it says, "We offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh."
We don't offend. I mean, yeah, we put pork in the shampoo, but we tell her, we put it in the ingredients. It's right there in the ingredients. It's sodium lymphatard.
Right, exactly.
What the fuck that is?
Like a motherfucker don't know
You know, like they make up a name.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
sodium lymphatard. You know what I mean? But they really say they offend not because they put the truth in our face, man. They put the truth in our face via movie or media. You know, so we don't offend because they sinned against the Lord. Lord, they sinning. Look, I put pork in the chicken, they eating it.
Hey, that let you know the laws was meant for only us anyway.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because they can do that. They can eat the, you know, certain swine and, you know, these shrimp, crabs, and lobsters, and ain't nothing happen to them.
Yeah. They gout.
They'll do stuff like they'll make a beef sausage and then the skin they'll make it with pork.
Right. Pork
Pork cake.
See, they went off for they eating pork.
Yeah, exactly. But you set the
Their
standard.
intent was to eat beef.
Exactly.
They just didn't realize that the skin was pork.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say even with supplements and vitamins. They try to make the casing of the pork. you
Pork
know,
casing,
fine.
yeah.
Or that how you get like, that's why in the vitamin store you got to pay attention to your vitamins made with what do they say, shellfish.
Shellfish. Oh Lord.
I like Esau, demon.
Even when you get the vegan shit, bro. Even when you get the vegan shit, it should still have pork casing.
Yeah, man.
Well, he said this was processed in a facility that has shellfish.
Me and my daughter, we brought these beef sauce. We was about to buy them, and we was reading the ingredients. And some said, read those ingredients. And these it said 100% beef, right? Flip the package around, it says, but made with pork casings.
Yeah.
I said, look at this devil, man. See, if you ain't paying attention, man, the devil will get you, bro.
Yeah,
Satan
he's
get
slot. His veil being lifted because you pay attention.
Yep.
Look how many people are starting to read the packages in the grocery store. You'll be seeing the people like, I'm like, oh shit, they actually read
And this is
Yeah,
all
and
this is own people doing it.
Yeah,
You gotta
see.
read the front and the back.
You got to. You got to make sure you
Everything.
God.
Because on the front it say GMO, non-GMO.
GMO project, yeah.
Yeah.
No preservatives, no nothing, 100% organic. You read the back, and they got some shit you don't even know. And then you look this shit up, the same chemicals they put in their byproducts like, dish detergent and or shit to clean a car out with.
Soap.
Bro, sometimes it literally says on the packaging made with or made from bioengineered or ingredients or bioengineered whatever.
God.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All natural, artificially flavored on them.
Right, it's all natural, but it's made with the bioengineered shit.
Organic grapes, but all seeds.
How the fuck, how the fuck grapes?
Organic goes back, the real origins. I'm just, the original, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Seedless watermelon.
You just give an example. Oh, go ahead.
The package got two sides to it, a top and a bottom. Read that too.
a box got 8 sides, damn it.
It's an evil world we live in, man. You gotta read it all.
Yeah, gotta stay tuned in, man.
That's why Satan said in the garden, you should not surely die.
die.
What he say? What's that in Ephesians? I think it's chapter 5. Where he said, "Walk ye therefore circumspect."
Yeah.
You gotta be circumspect, man. And they got like going into that. Basically, be exact.
That's right.
Exactly.
Hey, it shows this whole system is like the way he give you a contract.
Yep.
Anything, you agree to the terms and conditions. You being people so lazy and so tired, you gotta read through 50 fucking pages. But the point you missed that justify them doing some wickedness is on page this.
Yeah.
Written in small print.
Small print.
So you read a whole contract. That's why like a lot of guys they sign these contracts.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that they getting fucked in at the end of the deal.
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion did that.
Hey, that's why the scriptures say to be what? Vigilant.
Vigilant. Yep.
Yeah, you gotta be watchful.
Yep.
You gotta watch, man.
Because your adversary
Pay
is the devil.
attention. Yeah, because your adversary the devil. It's like a royal lion looking who he may devour, man.
And when you're a guard, it's important that you don't be tired or go to sleep.
Yeah.
You gotta just stay awake all the time. So that's what they try to do. They try to tire you out.
Yep.
So that you miss the important details that you need to stay safe.
Hey, the pill commercials.
Mm-hmm.
They got this like Sit the Queen, some shit like that. They had some called something like that. This cures liver disease. You got the white guy or the black woman on a horse drinking lemonade. So you
looking all happy.
Looking all happy. You know, the sympathy is meant to help you. And then at the end, they gotta say it real quick.
Yeah, read the fine print.
Yeah, man.
And they said that shit real quick.
fast at the end.
They have like a real colorful and vibrant images that they're showing you. At the bottom.
Yeah, the fine print. You gotta read the fine print.
They got the small words in the fine print. Going across the page really fast. You can't even really read it.
But we can read that again up. It says we offend not, because this is all psychological. They play on frequencies, they play on colors, and they study the subconscious. So they got all of these things you can't see firing at you, but you even miss the goddamn side effects. I don't know about that shit.
I ain't gonna let the side effects be worse than the actual symptoms you got. So it's damn lose-lose situation.
Because it gives you multiple side effects.
That's National Guard.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 7. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, "We offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh."
Yep. Ishmael bitch ass. Excuse me.
No, they laid the snare too. Every nation had a hand in our spoils, man.
Yeah. He sell you
all y'all niggas.
He sell you swine knowing that you're supposed to eat it. Right
They
there.
ain't no Israelites.
I had one of them when I used to live in Chicago. I went in the store and I was like, y'all Israelites, right? He was like, yeah. I said, wait, y'all don't eat pork, right? He was like, no, we don't. That's Allah's law. We can't eat pork. And I was like, well, I said, why y'all sell pork to us, knowing who we is? I said, y'all know who we are, don't you? Right. And he was like, yeah, you the son of Yaquab. I said, why you selling the son of Jacob people pork?
Yeah. But be the first one to say, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brother.
And you know we ain't supposed to be eating that. And I said, you know we don't eat that either, right?
Yeah.
Holy moly donut shop.
And you know what he said? I was surprised. I was actually kind of rude. He said, you know what, man? He said, you're right. He told his son, he said, hey, get all that pork out of here. And then the next time I came back there, he kept it out. Every time I went, he said, see, man, no pork, no pork.
Damn.
I said, but you still sell cigarettes and blunts.
I was saying, yeah,
Ain't do all that.
That shit is
all of that.
Brother, you're
Cut
going
him up.
You're going too far now.
That shit is cut him up.
Tobacco make me
Hey,
good.
but you know what? They be smoking blunts and cigarettes too, though.
Yeah.
They hypocrite. They some hypocrites.
God knowing Gary,
Yeah.
his happy weight
Yeah.
out there, you know, he got killed.
Yeah.
I heard about that shit.
Yeah, somebody killed him and
Heard about
whatever,
that shit.
but you know, he used to be getting down.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
He used to getting down, and they are part of that destruction within the community.
And they locking that door
Yeah.
times a day to go pray on that damn
Yeah,
dirty ass
exactly.
carpet.
In the same sense, you know.
Lips
Damn,
coming
fuck.
to the damn face looking smoky. You know, them Ishmael, like they be looking
Yeah.
smoky.
Dusty.
Smelling like
Dusty as hell.
fucking. Anyway, bro, let's get back to
Yeah, this is Jeremiah, chapter 50. In the middle of 7, it says, we offend not because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, the habitation of justice,
Yep.
even the Lord Yahweh, the hope of their fathers.
the hope of their father. And they laid the snare. They laid the snare. But if you jump down to like, what does 12 say? It said, that iniquity shall be sought for, but I shall pardon it. What's 12 say?
This
I
is
ain't got my phone, man.
Jeremiah 50.
It's like 17 or something like that. 12, 13, 14. But it said that iniquity shall be sought for. See it?
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 50 and 20.
50 and 20. So
Yeah, it said, in those days, in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none, and the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found. For I will pardon them whom I reserve.
So the Lord gonna pardon us, man. That's why we pray. You know, the elect are gonna pray and ask the Lord for forgiveness anyway. Because we already know what you do, man. We already know you lay snares privily. You know, we already know we fucking wash our hair with some shampoo and got pork in it. You know, we already know these things. So the Lord gonna pardon the elect, man. And then the scriptures also say, I have not imputed them iniquity, man. You know, so the elect gonna be saved regardless. It's already written.
Right, because he basically put them snares and them traps, them nets. He set nets 5 feet, man. So basically, no matter what we do, we can't necessarily be fully effective in the law.
That's right.
That's why Yahweh Shai had to come down here. And if you're trying to live 100% according to the law, and you using the law as your means of getting to the kingdom of heaven, and you already dead, man. You're dead. You're not even, because Yahweh Shai had to come to give us the spirit of the law.
That's it.
So now we're exercising, we're rehearsing the righteous acts, man. Things that you have to do, that you can do, like not popping another man's wife, like loving your neighbor as you will love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Not eating pork to the best of your ability. You know, it's things that you can do. Then there's other things that we just can't.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 8.
Like everything the brother was just saying, man. These are all things that we do to remove ourselves out of the world, man. By practicing the laws we can and stand in the spirit. Stand in the spirit by doing various things, man. Hey, doing videos, reading, studying, watching videos, calling the brother, coming to camp. We stay in the spirit by doing spiritual things, man. Meditate, man. Trying to learn new things. To aid, to try to further the truth, man. We got brothers learning sign language, different languages. You know, making garments, man.
And the scriptures say, love not Love not the world,
Yep.
neither the things of it.
That's right.
You know, so basically, if you stay occupied, you know, in the spirit, man,
God.
it's hard to get entangled up in these snares, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, anybody ever said, man, you live under a rock because you don't know what's going on?
Yeah, all the time.
Like, you live under a rock. You
I'm
ain't
like,
know,
what's that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. No.
Like, what's the name died? Who?
Who?
what's
Lil
that?
Munchie.
Yeah. Who the fuck is that? You don't know who that is? I'm like, who the fuck is that?
You heard that new rap?
No,
I ain't know that.
Yeah, because when you consider something that lives under a rock like a worm or a bug,
Yeah.
hey, they in their own world, man.
Yeah, they in their own
You know,
world.
they in their own world, and they ain't worried about, like the elder just said, no man that war entangle himself in the affairs of this, you know, roughly paraphrase.
Yeah,
You know, and that's how we are, man.
I was thinking that.
We're not worried about outside of that rock. You see what I'm saying? Because we know, hey, when we go outside of the confines of that rock, we liable for, you know, that worm is liable for a bird to come and eat it up.
Yep.
A mouse or a garden snake, whatever it may be. Yeah, getting dried out.
So that rock is the defense.
That rock is the
The rock is the defense.
You living under Yahweh Shai.
Living under
there
our
you go.
side. That's
That's
our
it.
world. We just focused on
That's
that,
it.
man. You
You
know,
don't realize what that damn bug or worm doing underneath the rock is beneficial to the damn whole ecosystem.
It's a whole nother life.
Yeah, you need worms and shit to break. You know, it's small.
Exactly.
It's small, but it's significant because it's doing something to help
Fertilize the ground,
You know,
and a lot
right.
of things.
But
Air,
people
fat,
poops.
minerals.
Yeah.
they poop.
But the average motherfucker look at a worm like, oh, that's just a worm. Probably step on it and shit, you know.
Nah, that's a worm help decay his body.
Yeah.
It turns that decay into, like you see, it fertilizer.
Fertilizer.
That's what worms do.
Right. We the worm. In this society, we looked upon as a worm. You know what I'm saying? Or as
Hey, the Lord, O Jacob, thou worm. Hey, we're worms. That's why our defense is the Lord.
There you go.
We don't have any defense. So, any brothers got anything else?
It says, the multitude of the wise is what welfare.
We close up with that. We're gonna give all praises and glory and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone and rule well. Peace and salutations to all Yakim out here laboring in this truth. The truth of the city. Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.